Hey guys, today I wanted to make a kind of cozy video, but also to highlight some places that I really love in Seattle. The idea, and I think I'll make a few of these, is um, I'd like to find places where you can have like a fika. So I think this is like a Scandinavian concept of having a coffee and a pastry and a walk. So this is kind of like an ideal way to spend a weekend morning or an afternoon meeting up with a friend, just grabbing. For me, it's going to be tea and pastry, and then going for a little walk. So there are many, many places in Seattle where you can do this, and I just thought it would be fun to highlight great little combos of coffee shops and a walk. So yeah, I'm excited to take you along and show you some cozy spots to spend a weekend morning or afternoon with a friend or loved one.
So the first fika location I wanted to highlight is called Bake Shop, and this is in Belltown. And it's a wine bar and bakery, and it's absolutely beautiful, and everything that they make is really, really high quality, and it's just a lovely place to hang out. I got this sesame or tahini cake, and it was one of the best cakes that I've ever had. It was basically just a tahini frosting on top of like a chocolate ganache, and it was absolutely delicious. It was amazing. Right down the street from Bake Shop is the Olympic Sculpture Park, and this is one of the most beautiful and relaxing places to go for a walk in Seattle, because not only do you get to see beautiful art in a really well landscaped setting, but you're also right on the water, so you get the lovely sounds of the birds and of the Puget Sound. The second spot that I wanted to highlight for a fika is called Bright Spot, and this is in Mount Baker. And it's just a lovely, really uplifting cafe. They have a good variety of sweet and savory options, and it's just in a setting that's full of color and joy and lots of art. When I went there most recently, I got a raspberry pound cake or bundt cake, and I also got a mushroom and lentil salad, and both of them were absolutely delicious. The salad really punched above its weight. It was so, so amazing and a great lunch. Right down the street from Bright Spot is Lake Washington Boulevard Park, and this is a great place. You can just park your car right at the park, and then you can walk all the way down, all the way to Seward Park along the coast of Lake Washington. And it's just an absolutely beautiful walk. It's probably my favorite place to walk in Seattle because it feels really forested, but it's really easy to get to, really accessible, but it feels like you're outside the city. It's a really beautiful place. The third place I wanted to highlight is Current Coffee in West Seattle, and I love the environment of this coffee shop. It feels like a little library. It has lots of dark woods, and it's a very relaxing place to just sit and hang out upstairs. And on this day, I got a bran muffin and a tea. And really close by Current Coffee, you have two options. You could go over to Alki Beach, which is on the west side of the peninsula, or even closer, you have City View Park and Sea Cove Park. And these are both beautiful places to go for a walk along the water. I think you can see a trend here. I love walking along the water, and there are so many opportunities to do it in Seattle. And if you do go to City View Park, as the name suggests, you get a gorgeous view of the Seattle skyline. The next place that I wanted to talk about is actually the Museum Cafe inside of the National Nordic Museum in Ballard, and this is called Freya, and it's an absolutely beautiful, bright cafe. They have lots of delicious options, both sweet and savory, and it's just really bright inside there, and it's an awesome opportunity to actually go to the museum as well. I got a smoked trout toast, which was absolutely delicious. It had citrus segments on it, and it was a fantastic lunch. Just a short stroll away from the Nordic Museum, there is a small botanical gardens, which is directly adjacent to the Ballard Walks. So if it's a nice sunny day, it's a great idea to take your tea or coffee that you just bought and to go for a stroll through this beautiful area and to sit and watch the boats go through the locks. It's such a peaceful activity to do, and it's very interesting to watch as well because it's a real feat of engineering. And at certain times of year, you can also see salmon migrate. There is an area where there's a glass viewing area called the fish ladder, so you can actually see the salmon passing through the locks. The next place that I wanted to highlight is called Retreat, and this is in Green Lake. And this is one of my favorite cafes in Seattle. They have lots of really, really interesting lattes and drink options and lots of smoothies. So I definitely recommend grabbing a drink here and then going for a little walk over at Green Lake. Goes without saying that Green Lake is one of the best communal spaces in Seattle. It is a lovely place to go for a walk. There is a 3-mile loop around the lake, but there is also a ton of other things to do at Green Lake. My husband does table tennis there during the week, and there's lots of different pickup sports games that you can play. But yeah, it's just an amazing place to go with a cup of coffee and a friend and to have a nice long walk and a chat. The last cafe that I'm going to highlight is Oxbow Bakery, and this is in the Montlake neighborhood, and it's one of my favorite bakeries in Seattle. I love the vibe inside. It's so bright and open. It still feels really warm because there's lots of warm wood tones, and baked goods are absolutely top notch here. On this day, I got myself a brownie and a cup of tea, and I believe this was a pistachio brownie, and it was so rich and delicious, and just a lovely place to sit and hear the hum of other people and to watch the barista make their coffees. And yeah, a fantastic place to visit. Less than 2 minutes walk away from the bakery is the University of Washington Arboretum. And just like the Ballard Locks, this is a must do activity when you visit Seattle. It's such a beautiful arboretum. There's about a 3 mile loop around, and you can also walk over to Lake Washington. So you have a huge variety of environments, from really forested environments to, giant redwoods to rose gardens. And in the spring, it's absolutely beautiful to look at the cherry blossoms here. So I highly recommend uh, taking a little stroll over to the Arboretum after you get your pastry and coffee. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a lovely day. And I'm going to leave you on this beautiful view from West Seattle.